Final week of the FIBA World Cup is here, and as Pauline said earlier, it is just heating up. Some of the best teams and players of the tournament have also arrived here in the Philippines. But aside from great basketball, now what else can we all expect in the final stretch of the 2023 FIBA World Cup? Well, let's find out on today's show. Joining us again for an all-out conversation is Deputy Event Director of the FIBA World Cup Local Organizing Committee, or LOC, the one and only Miss Erika D. Ma'am, magandang gabi. Thank you again for joining us, for taking time. I know you're very, very busy, but I really appreciate you being on the show again.
Of course, Andre. Good evening to you.
You know what? Congratulations. Ito, home stretch na tayo eh. Down to the last 8, Erika. Successful first round, yung group stages, and then yung second round din, yung classification rounds. How are you holding up? Kaya pa ba, Erika?
Yeah, kaya pa naman, no? We have 11 games to go, but let's note that these are the 11 more important games compared to the previous ones we've had, since this determines the top rankings of the final 8 teams.
Well, pag-usapan natin, Erika, yung hosting of the World Cup so far. Kasi nabanggit ko nga kanina, from our perspective, successful nga yung lahat ng mga stages. Wala naman mga hiccups. I remember our last conversation, you said may mga ibang, diba yung sa New Zealand game, yung nagpanggap na New Zealand, pero after nun na-address, naging tighter na yung security. Wala nang naging problema. And even the teams na mga nakakausap namin, the coaches, the coach of Greece, si Carl Anthony Towns, lahat sobrang ganda daw ng experience nila dito sa Pilipinas. Pero from your perspective naman, can you tell us how successful and how would you assess, kumbaga out of a perfect score of 10, and ano naman yung mga, kumbaga, kung meron man, na mga tweaks, improvements na gagawin nyo pa for the final phase?
Well, we're very happy now with what we've been able to deliver so far. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't mean that we've stopped improving. Every day we're still looking at little points here and there that we can manage to level up in. The ingress and egress, for example, of our spectators between the first and second game. It started out not so well in the first few games because we were still kind of struggling with that, especially if the second game had a sellout crowd. But it's getting better by the day. Today, we didn't have any problems at all. The inflow of persons for this USA versus Italy game was almost perfect. So we're happy about that. And this is something that we expected from the start now. It's a multi-day event that where from the first day to the last day, you have to move from maybe 60% to 100%. And we really plan for the gold medal match game now on the 10th to be perfect.
Well, Erika, syempre lahat naman tayo ay we're very, very proud kasi sabi nga natin, so far so good ang ating hosting, and even the other countries, may it be teams from the Americas or Europe or our neighboring Asian countries, just really, really impressed and overwhelmed with the successful World Cup that we are hosting. Props to you and the LOC kasi grabe din naman yung tinrabaho nyo. Pero itong quarterfinals, dahil ngayon na yung, di ba, kanina nga, nabanggit nga din ni Pawi, it was a great game between Serbia and Lithuania, Serbia advancing to the semis. Dumating na rin, sinenda mo pa ako ng picture, si Luka Doncic and Slovenia and the other teams. Kamusta yung arrival ng mga teams na galing sa Indonesia and galing sa Japan? Wala naman mga problemang na-encounter sa airport or sa hotel?
No hiccup. No. We were in close coordination with our counterparts in Japan and Indonesia because they were chartered in. So both teams from Okinawa were in one plane, and it was the same from Indonesia. No, isang plane din. Medyo struggle yung Indonesia because until the last night we didn't know who was flying in. So hinihingi at kinukulit na kami ng airline kung kanino i-issue yung mga tickets, pero down the wire yung Canada and Spain game, as you know. So we really had to wait till the last minute before we could issue tickets. But everything went well. All the papers or documents needed to fly them in were prepared properly. And from the airport, they were transported to Conrad, and everything went as planned, no? So very happy yung tao.
Well, kanina nga, Lithuania and Serbia. Right now, Italy and US are going head-to-head. Kamusta yung attendance, Erika? Because alam naman natin, we broke the record, but our very own Gilas Pilipinas was playing at that time sa Philippine Arena. Marami pa rin bang nanonood kahit, let's say, wala na nga yung Gilas?
Yes, I think yung Filipinos or yung fan base natin are starting to appreciate yung level of basketball and yung team play na pinapakita nitong World Cup teams, no? And they're coming in even if the teams that are playing have superstars or not, and whether Gilas is playing or not. So that's something that we can be proud about as well. The game earlier, the first quarters game that we had between Serbia and Lithuania, I think we had an official attendance of a little bit over 6,000.
Wow, okay.
So that's not bad considering that our maximum capacity at the Mall of Asia Arena with our final setup is capped at 10,000,
Okay.
9,000 something.
Yeah.
For
And-
this USA-Italy game,
Yeah.
we expect 8,000 fans to be in the building if it doesn't sell out.
Well, Erika, last 8 teams remain in this year's World Cup. The best of the best. USA and Italy are playing. Kanina natanggal lang ang Lithuania, and then tomorrow inaabangan Canada versus Slovenia. That will also be a good one. What are your expectations in this round? Are you expecting, mas tataas pa yung numbers? Kumbaga yung mga, I'm sure you're expecting the unexpected, especially we're down to the last few days of the World Cup.
Well, I can tell you this. When Slovenia made it to the top 8, he was trending right away in Manila.
Panigurado.
And the demand for USA games used to be up there, no, together with Gilas. But now Slovenia has taken over, no. Yung Canada-Slovenia game natin tomorrow, we really do expect a sellout crowd. In fact, a lot of people have been contacting us, asking where to buy tickets because they couldn't avail of them anymore online or in any SM ticket outlets. So you can just imagine, no, yung
Grabe.
Luka fanfare that's here. For the semis and the finals, we're pretty much sold out as well. There's just about 20% remaining, which we are holding on purpose because the FIBA World Cup requires us to do that so that we give a chance to the teams who are going to qualify eventually to the finals to buy seats. Kasi pag binenta na natin lahat, tapos biglang pumasok yung isang team na hindi pa nakabili, kawawa naman yung fans,
Tama.
especially yung players, family nila in federations. So we're
Tama.
required to hold that at this point. So we are sold out with the inventory that's out there. That's safe to say for the semis and the finals.
Correct. Tama. Pati yun nga, Luka Doncic yan is arguably probably the biggest superstar, NBA superstar that's still alive dito sa semifinals. Magaganda yung quarterfinals at magaganda pa yung ibang games. Latvia and Germany. At yung mananalo nun, yung kakalabanan nga ng Italy and or sino manalo sa Italy and US. Well, Erika, nung I also mentioned this, yung Serbian player was elbowed. Tapos yung kidney niya was surgically removed. You'll give us an update on the situation. How did you guys handle it? Mamaya, after this really quick break, stay tuned to Sports Says only here on CNN Philippines. Deputy Director of the FIBA World Cup Local Organizing Committee, Erika D, still with us on the show. Answer that and a lot more after the break. And still joining us on the show today, Ms. Erika D, Deputy Event Director of the FIBA World Cup Local Organizing Committee, or LOC. Erika, yes, that was my hanging question earlier. Si Borisa Simanic lost his kidney. That's, for me, parang unheard of or very rare na mangyari. Diba? Na after the game, you lose a kidney. And it happened here under your watch. Have you talked to the team? Have you talked to Borisa Simanic? Na-admit ba siya dito sa Pilipinas or did you send him back home? What's the situation now ni Borisa Simanic?
Well, Andre, I don't want to divulge as much medical information to protect the privacy of Simanic and his family. But I will tell you that the Serbian Federation is very grateful for the assistance that we provided for him thus far. He is still in the country. and we continue to monitor his situation closely and provide that assistance. His family already flew over the other night.
Okay.
And we are assuring them that we will not abandon them in his recovery period. No, I think we can also say that this was a freak accident.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. If you look at the play, it's a completely legal basketball play.
Yeah.
Not even a regular foul was called.
Yeah.
Okay. So there are no sanctions against the South Sudanese player.
Okay.
It's very unfortunate, no,
Yeah.
that the elbow hit his kidney.
Yeah. Kumbaga, hindi naman talaga, kumbaga inadverted but hindi naman, he didn't mean anything there, as you can see in
Yes.
the replay. Mula dito kay South Sudan's Nuni Omot, and our prayers to the family of Borisa Simonich. Okay, let's go back to the World Cup. Thank you for clarifying that, Erika. So this is indeed the last few days of the World Cup. Again, what can fans expect? Yung mga pwede mong sabihin, mga fan events, or kasi yung opening day, I think, ang hirap kasi i-top nun. It was such a spectacle, Erika. So I assume may pinaplano pa kayong kumbaga matitinding mga surprises pagdating ng finals.
Yeah, that's correct. Actually, the whole final phase, no, we did some tweaking at the venue already. That one-day rest period yesterday wasn't really a rest period for the LOC. We were here since what was this? The evening of the 3rd, after the last game of the second round, and we were prepping the venue already for the final phase, and we were running new rehearsals because the fan experience and the game experience is also leveled up now. We also have the new LED tunnels installed where the players run off from. So maraming mga bagong features, no? And then it's gonna level up again when we get to the semis and the finals. And of course, I think one thing that we should look forward to would be the turnover ceremony.
Yeah.
As host together with Japan and Indonesia will turn over the hosting of the World Cup to the next host, which is the Qatari Federation.
Qatar, yeah. A lot of things to look forward to. Yun yung pinapanood ko nga si Jeep. Mamimiss ko actually si Jeep eh. Tatanong ko sana if si Jeep will transform. Will he have any upgrades? Dahil magiging Autobot ba siya? Kasi nga, magiging, kumbaga, titindi na. Well, Erika, I know the game between Italy and the US is ongoing. I don't want to keep you much here. Thank you again for your time. I just want to ask you for your message to all the Filipino basketball fans and to all the fans worldwide, yung mga bumiyahe din dito from different parts of the world. Go ahead, Erika.
Well, right now, I would like to say thank you, no, from the bottom of our heart, because without the fans, I've always said this, the success of the World Cup is not going to be the same. It's 50% what we prepare, and then it's the other 50% is what the fans bring to the building to give the energy that we want to the players on the court so that they can perform at the highest level and we could really have, a great basketball game. So please continue to come and fill our stadiums in the next few days. If you can't come here, watch from the television shows. I think it's on Signal right now. Locally, you can also watch it through the smart live stream. And there are also so many other channels today now that you can watch the World Cup games from. So please continue to support it that way, even just engaging in social media and letting the world know that the World Cup is happening here in the Philippines. That's going to be a really good plus, not just for the LOC, but for the entire country.
Sabi sa akin ng producer ko, si Bimbo, baka daw mawalan na ako ng audience. Kasi kasabay ko nga yung... dahil wala...
Hindi ko nga alam kung may ticket pa sa atin dito eh. Parang may nagsisigawan na dun sa labas eh.
Hindi ako, wala nang manonood ng show kasi nandiyan na lahat eh. Kung pati manonood na. Erika, maraming salamat sa'yo. And as early as now, again, congratulations to you, to the LOC. Kaya palakpakan ko kayo kasi wala akong masabi. I've been to the venues, Araneta Coliseum, sa Mall of Asia Arena, wala akong masabi. Kumbaga, it's like being teleported in a different country, watching the game in a different country dahil international talaga. Maraming salamat, Erika Hagana. And congratulations to you and the whole local organizing committee team. Maraming salamat, Erika. Next time, dito ka live sa studio. That was Miss Erika Day, FIBA World Cup Deputy Event Director of the Local Organizing Committee or LOC. Maraming salamat, Erika.